about the stability and predictability of the world.
Former President Donald Trump is set to appear in court today as his New York civil fraud trial begins. New York's Attorney General is seeking $250 million against Trump, his sons, and their companies. They are accused of significantly increasing the stated value of their properties to banks and insurance for years. CNN's Kara Scannell has the story.
Donald Trump falsely inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to unjustly enrich himself and to cheat the system, thereby cheating all of us.
A monumental moment for former President Donald Trump, his family, and the company that bears his name. The New York Attorney General's civil fraud lawsuit alleging Trump, his adult sons, and his business engaged in a decade-long fraud begins in a Manhattan courtroom today. Attorney General Letitia James says Trump and others pumped up the value of multiple properties, including Mar-a-Lago, his triplex apartment in Trump Tower, the family home in New York known as Seven Springs, and numerous golf courses. By doing so, she alleges Trump lined his own pockets.
Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization saved an estimated $150 million by receiving favorable interest rates that were only provided based on the false and misleading statements of financial condition. We also believe that he illegally saved millions of dollars in federal tax benefits.
The case will be decided by New York State Judge Arthur Engoron, who has already found Trump engaged in persistent fraud for a decade, writing in a ruling last week that Trump is living in, quote, a fantasy world, and he canceled business certificates for several Trump entities. James is still seeking to hold the Trumps individually accountable and prove they conspired and falsified business records, issued false financial statements, and engaged in insurance fraud.
I don't know what I did wrong.
This is the first court case to put the Trump family on trial and threatens to tarnish the image Trump carefully crafted as a successful businessman and used to catapult himself to the White House. James is planning to call 28 witnesses during the trial, including the former president and all three of his adult children. Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, whose testimony on Capitol Hill in 2019 kickstarted the investigation, is also on the witness list.
It was my experience that Mr. Trump inflated his total assets when it served his purposes, such as trying to be listed amongst the wealthiest people in Forbes, and deflated his assets to reduce his real estate taxes.
Trump has denied any wrongdoing.
This is the greatest witch hunt in the history of our country.
And claims the Attorney General has unfairly targeted him.
She developed a political platform and made a career out of maliciously attacking me and my business before she even understood or was elected or reviewed one of the millions of pages of documents we willingly produced.
The first eyewitness will be accountant Donald Bender. The trial is expected to last 3 months. You know, Grace, I was out walking my dog last night and it felt so good outside. It was a nice 78 degrees and I just really thought about how much I miss the low temperatures.
Yes, I think this week we might finally be in store for some chilly days. So let's hear from our weather anchor, Mauricio, for our first look.
Thank you so much, ladies. So those lower temperatures are going to be coming here very soon, but as for today, it is 80 degrees out, but it still feels like 88. So if you think it's going to be a little cooler today, maybe it will be. You'll have to see in just a second. 2 miles per hour wind speed, so nice easy walk today. It's nice and sunny out, so feel free to wear a hat in case you don't want to get anything going on. But on to tonight's forecast. 71 degrees will be the actual temperature, but oh man, 68 degrees is what it'll feel like. We're finally getting into those nice cooler temperatures. Might not be time for sweater weather just yet, but 7 mile per hour wind speed. I think it'd be safe to say that you could walk out tonight with a sweater. And maybe tomorrow, I wouldn't make that decision just yet because it'll be 93 degrees and it'll feel like 92. Oh my gosh, it is still hot as heck outside. So it'll also be 14 miles per hour, so some hot winds blowing your way. So there's a lot of allergies going around right now because it is still fall. And because it's 92, I would be careful walking your dogs outside because the pavement is actually really hot. So you don't want to burn your dog's paw pads. But that's all I have for the first look at weather. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Mauricio. More than 75,000 healthcare workers might walk out on their job in what could be the largest healthcare strike in U.S. history. Healthcare workers, nurses, and EMTs are negotiating new contracts with Kaiser Permanente as the original contract ended Saturday night. If a deal is not reached, workers could begin striking this Wednesday. Affected facilities are in California, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Kaiser representatives stated the new contract is in progress, but a plan is in place if a strike does occur.
United Auto Workers continue to protest, with President Shawn Fain joining strikers on the picket line in Toledo, Ohio, Saturday. Toledo workers have been on strike for 2 weeks. On Friday, the union ordered 7,000 more workers in Illinois and Michigan to begin striking.
Just like the Jeep they make, it's one of the most rugged vehicles that's ever been made. It was there during World War II, and it's been there ever since. And these workers are just like that Jeep. They'll stand here and they will be here till the end. You're not going to beat them.
More pay and benefits from Stellantis, Ford, and General Motors. Fain told workers he is escalating the strikes because Ford and GM refuse to make meaningful progress in contract negotiation. When we come back, how the return of student loan payments is impacting millions of Americans.
And the Texas State Fair is finally open. How you can save money when visiting.
Did you know you have access to video equipment like DVDs, video games, and cameras? That's right, you do. Come on down to Chilton Library and fulfill your media dream. Located on the bottom floor next to the student sculpture. Hope to see you there soon. Hey girl, you know you look good. I like the way you move and groove. I'm not sure.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it. You're right, Mom. I have.
Starting this month, nearly 44 million Americans will have to start repaying their student loan debts. October signifies the initial payment deadline for the majority of borrowers following a 3-year-long period of holding. Most borrowers are dealing with payment shock on this matter. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says that 1 in 5 people are likely to struggle with payments resuming. Nearly a quarter of Americans with student loan debt say that borrowing too much for their education is their biggest financial regret. According to federal education data, the average student loan borrower owes over $37,000. Finance experts say if you have debt, you must face it head on and figure out a plan for it. First, get your finances in order. See where you can trim now to handle that additional monthly expense. Next, research and sign up for prepayment plans. Lastly, make any necessary adjustments to make on-time payments and avoid irresponsibility.
A proposal has been made by the executive dean to restructure the University of North Texas College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. In the proposal, journalism will no longer be a school, and it will sit alongside media arts, theater, and communication studies. Broadcast classes are offered in both the Mayborn School of Journalism and UNT's Media Arts Department, which confuses some students. Because of this, a new broadcast department will be created to capitalize on UNT's strengths. Other alumni and students are concerned, however, that it may take away from the Mayborn School of Journalism's notoriety. Executive Dean Everbatch stated, quote, "Our media arts department is not accredited for journalism like MSOJ, and we are adamant that our broadcasting program be about journalism to get that accreditation."
I am officially over summer weather. It's October, it's time for fall, so let's see what's in store for this week's weather. Mauricio?
Well, Grace, I love to tell you, but we've got plenty of temperatures here that I think you are going to like. Plenty of beautiful 8s and 7s on the board here. 82 in Graham, 78 in Stephenville, 76 in Bowie, 78 in Decatur, 80 in Fort Worth, 80 in Denton. Oh my goodness, it just doesn't stop. 79 in Dallas, 81 in Gainesville, 80 in Sherman, 77 in McKinney, 74 in Sulphur Spring, and 78 in our beautiful, not-so-French Paris, Texas here. And of course, going on across the state, we're going to look at 76 in El Paso on the border. 72 in Amarillo. Looks like they're getting those fall temperatures way before we are. 78 in Abilene, 81 in Austin, 80 in Denton, 80 in Oklahoma City. Hey, if you're in Oklahoma watching this, thank you. And 81 in Houston, 80 in Shreveport. Oh my goodness. Nothing but 7s and 8s across the board. That looks so beautiful. But what about the rest of the week? Let's take a look at our 7-week forecast. We've got on Tuesday, 93 degrees. It'll be partially cloudy with a low of 75, 25% chance of rain. Now, normally you don't know that. 25% chance of rain usually means it will rain, but it'll just rain a little bit. It won't be that bad, but on Wednesday, it'll definitely be way worse. It's absolutely going to rain. 88 degrees with a low of 68. So after that day, it's going to be a little less rain with an 80% chance of rain on Thursday, 82, high of 82, low of 65. But it is going to be very humid, so ladies, get your anti-frizz spray out. And after that, it's nothing but sun. Sun on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, it'll be high 84, low 54 with a 5% chance of rain. Saturday, 77 degrees with a low of 52 with another 5%. And Sunday, 78 degrees with a low of 56 and 7% rain. And that's all I have for weather. Back to you ladies.
Thank you, Mauricio. And that weather sounds like the perfect weather to go to the State Fair too. The State Fair of Texas opened its gates for the 137th time Friday morning. One of the big attractions of the fair this year is the Kroger Starlight Parade. The parade floats features midway rides, quarter horses, and an animatronic longhorn. And it wouldn't be the State Fair of Texas without the food. This year's Big Texas Choice Award winners are Deep Fried Pho, Biscoff Delight, and Bourbon Banana Sopapillas. The fair broke their attendance record last year with more than 2 million visitors, and the organization hopes to break another record this year. The fair will be open daily until October 22nd.
Need a way to get to the State Fair without paying for parking? The Denton County Transportation Authority Agency has you covered. Denton County residents can purchase the $25 State Fair of Texas combo deal and get free DCTA Agency Regional Pass. Denton residents can then commute using the A-Train service, get off at the DART Trinity Mill Station, and ride the DART Green Line service to get to the State Fair. If residents miss the A-Train departures back to the DCTA stations, the GO Zone service is available as part of the deal. The combo ticket deal can be purchased online for 3 to 5 day mail delivery or can be bought in person at the Downtown Denton Transportation Center.
Well, be sure to get your Powerball ticket because no one has won the $1 billion yet.
No, and some new retailers are coming to Denton. More when we come back.
What does Talons do? So I am the Vice President of External Relations for Talents. That means that I basically oversee all the external committees. Our external committees entail our Model A, it's a Mean Green Machine. So they bring it to football games especially, so every game it's kind of there, every home game. The Model A is like a symbol of UNC pride, and it's a big tradition that we are so lucky to uphold and maintain. When people look at it, they see it, and they're like, oh, that's the Mean Green Machine. There must be a game today or something to ramp up school spirit for basketball, softball, volleyball, any of those things. We have amazing teams, so we just want to show school spirit for them. Bonfire Committee, which is in charge of putting together the bonfire every year for homecoming. It's kind of just a whole semester-long process up until Build Week that we have to put together and oversee and make sure safety regulations are followed and risk management is taken care of. Cannon Crew, which oversees and takes care of the cannon. They fire it at games, they take it to special occasions.
No one got to match all 6 numbers in Saturday's Powerball lottery. The prize is estimated to jump to $1.04 billion. That will be the second largest jackpot this year, beat by the $1.08 billion prize in July. Powerball did get 2 tickets that won $2 million and 5 tickets that won $1 million. The next drawing will be tonight.
For those who love to shop, the Golden Triangle Mall in Denton is opening 2 new stores to the shopping area. For more information on our story, our live shot reporter Paisley McGee is at the scene. Paisley?
If you thought malls were dying out across the country, well, the Golden Triangle Mall in Denton is putting those rumors to rest. The Golden Triangle Mall is expected to open up 2 new retail clothing stores this fall. In late October, Windsor Fashion will be open to the public, offering accessories and formal wear for all women. And in mid-December, just in time for Christmas gift shopping, the nationwide sports store JD Sports will take the place of the shoe store Finish Line. These 2 new retail stores are going to join other popular clothing brands like Victoria's Secrets, H&M, and many more. The Golden Triangle Mall is located at 2201 S Interstate 35E in Denton. I am Paisley McGee signing out. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Paisley. Although the temperatures outside might not be reflecting it, the autumn season is indeed here. Local coffee shops are bringing you all the pumpkin spice you can handle and more sweet treats. Let's take a look.
Fall marks the start of colorful trees, pumpkin spice, and everything nice. Here in the Denton community, there are more than enough options to get your favorite drink from. But if you don't have one yet, we're going to find it today at Sweetwater's Coffee and Tea. Sweetwater's has been a part of the Denton community for 4 years and prides itself on being a home away from home, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere.
We are like a home away from home. We are special. Our drinks are good. I mean, you can taste the difference.
Lorianne Schmucker owns the franchise with her husband, and they are very excited for the fall season, bringing in 5 seasonal drinks.
We have our great pumpkin latte, and we also have a pumpkin cold brew, and our cold brew is just the best on the planet. We have a pumpkin chai, hot or iced. We have a spiced caramel apple, and of course, what's completely iced is our caramel apple ice cream shake. So a lot of iced fall drinks right now, and that ice cream shake is just great.
Alongside making top-notch drinks, Sweetwater's promotes creativity within the community.
Every single month, we have a new local artist. I love to support local art. Artists who otherwise wouldn't get their art, out there in the public, use our coffee house as their own gallery.
Lorianne has truly put in the work to cultivate a home away from home for college kids.
So it was no stepping out of our comfort zone. This is our comfort zone. And everyone that walks in feels it. They sit there moving furniture around. They're making themselves at home. And I love that. You can hear it now. They're moving furniture around.
I found the perfect fall drink for me, and I hope you can find yours too at Sweetwater's Coffee and Tea. For North Texas Television, I'm Sydney Jolivet.
Grace, let me tell you, I tried the spiced caramel apple drink. I'm at peace with life now. It was so good.
Well, Sydney, I think that North Texas sports fans feel the same way. This weekend was one for the books with all of the wins all around.
I definitely agree. Let's see what our sports anchor, Omar Martinez, has for us today.
Do you know what's sweeter than all of that? Well, the DFW sports scene. Stay after the break to find out more about the amazing weekend us North Texas sports fans had.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Let's get started. This is a motor vehicle. This is the blinker mechanism. To use it, push it up for the right blinker and down to go left. You're welcome. It was easy.
What a weekend for DFW sports teams as the Cowboys and North Texas Mean Green win big at home. We'll start first with Denton's own Mean Green football team as they beat ACU Wildcats 45-31. ACU opened the game with a very quick 4-play scoring drive, but North Texas answered back with 5 straight scoring drives and never looked back from there. UNT quarterback Chandler Rogers looked phenomenal in his first start, throwing for 321 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you know who else looked phenomenal? Well, the Dallas Cowboys, as they bounced back from last week's awful showing against the Cardinals to hand Bill Belichick the worst loss of his career. The boys win 38-3 and hold former Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott to just 16 yards. The Cowboys defense looks to be right on track as they force the Patriots to bench Mac Jones mid-game. Next week, the Cowboys play the NFC heavyweight 49ers. Now we stay in Arlington to celebrate the Texas Rangers clinching a playoff berth for the first time since 2016 with their 6-1 Saturday win against the Mariners. Unfortunately, it looks like the Rangers celebrated a little too hard as they lose their last game of the season to the same Mariners team who are trying to get back at the Rangers for eliminating them from playoff contention. This led to a 1-0 loss for the Rangers, but most importantly, it led to the loss of the division title to the rival Houston Astros. The Astros now have 4 days of rest and will get to face the winner of the Twins and Blue Jays, whereas the Rangers now have to get back to work and face off against the Tampa Bay Rays in a best-of-5 wildcard series. The Rays have the clear advantage in the pitching staff, but the Rangers' bats have been coming alive the past couple of days. Luckily for the Rangers, the Rays do not look as formidable as they did back in April. Rays versus Rangers kicks off tomorrow at 3 p.m. And lastly, the UIL is investigating an incident involving a referee and a student athlete during the Whitney versus Dallas Madison varsity football game in Seagoville. In a video posted by @Carla A. Haynes, one can see the Whitney wide receiver bump into the referee, spin, and then get his helmet ripped off by the same referee, all in the middle of a play. Haynes says the player in the video is her son and he was ejected from the game following the incident. What a wild sequence that is, something you typically don't see from Friday Night Lights. The UIL is actively looking into the situation, and Whitney ended up beating Madison 56-8. 8. That is all I have for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Omar. The MSG Sphere finally opened its doors Friday night after 5 years of construction. CNN's reporter Alyssa Bethencourt was at the MSG Sphere reporting at the glamorous event.
It was a big night in Las Vegas as Irish rock band U2 made history as the first band to ever take the stage inside the Sphere.
There was just no way we could miss this, to be quite honest with you.
Construction on the cutting-edge entertainment venue started back in September of 2018. It now graces the Las Vegas skyline with epic lighting displays for everyone to see. Its exosphere consists of more than 1.2 million puck-sized LED lights.
This is bigger, this is better, this is unique, and it will become iconic.
The venue costs approximately $2.3 billion to build and seats nearly 18,000 people. It's the first of its kind in the world. Fans and celebs shared in the excitement right before doors opened for the very first time.
We've been on a big road trip, but we added this specially on for an extra 4 nights. When we knew they were performing, we couldn't miss it.
Everyone comes to Las Vegas because they want to be entertained.
Inside, the venue is equipped with an astounding 160,000 speakers and over 260 million video pixels, offering out-of-this-world visuals and a unique experience for visitors.
Well, I think that the MSG Sphere would just be such a cool place to go to a concert. It's just so unique.
That's true, and I honestly think there are so many attractions in Las Vegas. This just takes the cake.
I agree. Thanks for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.